Okay, this is episode 2 of The Drifter, which will be, I don't know how many days it's been game-wise, but I want to say 4, 5. So a couple things I want to clarify from the rules that I had wrong yesterday. The When you actually go to a point of interest, so in the book you'll get point of interest, and you have to either go directly to that spot or any particular place, like a town, like mine was any town. So I just had to get to any town and I could do that event. Once you do that event, you must remove it from your chart. And you can only have up to 5 events active at a time. So what's cool is once you actually solve it or finish it, you remove it from this and that reactivates it so you can have another one of those particular events. So that was something I didn't do. I was going to leave it on there as like part of a diary, but it does tell you that you have to remove it, and you can only have 5 active at any time. If you get another one, you have to throw one off. So pretty cool. Yeah, that way I guess you don't end up ruining all of the. I don't know. I'm not certain exactly why. That there's got to be a good reason why you wouldn't allow more than 5, but it does even have numbered 5. The other one is karma. I kept saying karma could be used for any reroll. It can only be used for combat. And fortunately, I'm at the highest karma right now. So you can only use karma points to read in combat. That would be probably, obviously I would include an initiative check or your combat roll or their combat roll. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't think there was anything else I was doing wrong. Oh, it will tell you what the difficulty is on the skill test. So for instance, when I was ambushed by the bandit, it told me that his difficulty was a diamond. It was irrelevant to my difficulty. So my bounty is only going to matter on the encounter chart, right? And I'm sure there's other things in the book that might point to my bounty. So that my bounty difficulty is only about the event chart for most of the time. They'll tell you in the book if the bandit is a diamond quality or a spade quality or whatever. Okay, so I think I pretty much have fixed. I think I covered the things I had done wrong. So, all right, I think we're ready. So, episode 1, quick recap. You wake up on a random hex, and you've had an epiphany that you want to change your life from the life of a drifter, which means you have to get $300 to buy a ranch. Once you earn the 300, the game is over. You win. Well, I'm at 36 bucks, so I'm doing pretty good there. But I have got two. I've got a medium wound, so I'm only 3 wounds from dead. So I kind of want to get that rectified. Anyway, I traveled. I met settlers. I left the settlers and ambushed a couple of bandits who were bathing in a stream, and I looted them of $1. And then I later met a prospector, and the prospector didn't have anything of value. And I ended up, as I left him, I got ambushed by a bandit, a single bandit, and we ended up in a gunfight in which I had to dispense with that guy. I came in the foot of the mountains before the mountain pass over into this town. I stayed, and I met a monk, and he invited me to stay the night at the monastery. Being the kind of man I am, I looted the monastery and stole an antique. And crossed over the mountains, had a couple of events in the mountains there. The prospector and the bandit that jumped me were in the mountains. I then descended the next day down into town, found the shops closed, went to the saloon, avoided any conflict there, and ultimately visited the shopkeeper who allowed me to sell that antique for $20. So I have 36 bucks. The bandit that I killed, the ambushing bandit that I killed in the mountains, had $15 on him, so that was a lucrative win for me there. So I'm already 260 something bucks away from winning this game. Again, so I stayed the night. Again, so every single turn you have to have an action and then at least one event. My most interesting day was the mountain day. I ended up with 3 events occurring inside that mountain day. And the book tells you to go to more events. So you roll one event, but then these events can actually lead you to more events, more events. So I ended up in the mountains with 3 events occurring in that one day, which was very cool. Okay, so I'm technically still in the town, so I can visit a shop again today if I want. And I have no way to heal, so if I can't acquire a way to heal, I have to get healing in town. So I am going to go to the shop in the town, one more time. So here we go, and we're going to try this outcome again. What I need to roll is a 5, and if I can roll a 5, I can pay to be healed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start the day. My activity, so again, I can either move, heal, fire a partner, or do a visit in town. So that's what I'm going to do. So this will be my action. 3, dang it. 3, there is a stagecoach here offering rides to any hex for $2. If you pay the $2, go to E241. If you don't pay the 2, you go to the saloon instead. So there's a stage here at the shop. Now I could literally pay $2 and go to any hex, which means I could have him. So this is one of those where if you had an event hex number that you discovered, like you found that there was an old mine on 615, I could have the stagecoach deliver me to 615 for $2. However, I'm kind of tempted to go down here to the desert town, or out here to the marsh town. So there's 2 towns that aren't connected to the railroad. It doesn't say how far. E241 though might tell me how far they'll take me. There's a stagecoach here offering rides to any hex. Well, it says any hex for $2. And I'm wounded, so I kind of want to get up, but I can't do it again. So you know what? I'll go to 2. Let's do that. We'll tie the horse to the back of the stagecoach, and E241. Maybe he'll offer me an opportunity to be the shotgun man on this trek. E241. And I'm just going to have to be careful not to get any more wounds, as my character is E242. Jeez, that's real. It's at the end. E241. Stagecoach. You pay to ride the stagecoach. Roll D6. Okay. By the way, I found more of these clear tokens, which are perfect for the character sheet. So I paid $2, so I'm down to $34. I can now read all of these too, and I'm totally set on those. So it's nice to have these clear tokens for your character sheet, and even for the enemies would be cool. All right, roll the D6 to ride. Here we go. So let's hope this is a. Oh wait, where am I going? I'm asking them to take me. I'm going to ask him just to take me to the next town. So he'll follow the stage trail along the railroad tracks and take me to the next town. So let's roll and see. 5. Well, I guess I shouldn't move until I roll this. 5. 5 says you arrive at your destination. Place your token on any hex on the map. Roll on the event table A. Beautiful. Oh, so I can go to anyone I want to. I'm going to have him deliver me. I'm going to have him deliver me just outside of this town. So it gives me a chance to have a couple of days of encounters before I arrive at this town. Okay. By the way, the town, every time you go in it, you should roll to see what's active. So this is not what's in the town, it's what's open for the day. So when I went in the first day, I rolled and it said saloon, shops, and train station. However, I just assumed that was all that was in the town. Well, this morning when I woke up, I should have rolled to see what was open. And unfortunately, I just assumed shop because of 3-4. But you should roll this every time you go into town as not what's there, what's open. Because I could have then visited the sheriff's office, for instance, to get bounties, which I probably should have done, but I didn't. And now I got to roll an event. So he's dropped me off here in the desert, just in the edge of the desert, the high arid. 22, and by the way, I'm using my bounty is the highest possible bounty, so I'm using the hardest level. 22, E134, E134. I may share this video with my other channel, my sports channel as well. There might be people in the sports game community who dig this, so I'll probably I'll probably upload this to both channels just for those who are watching. Elite Posse. Oh damn! And I am I have a big time wanted. Damn, and I am wanted. So this is not cool. You have provoked the wrong people. Oh man, I just got off the stagecoach. An elite group have been informed to hunt you down. Okay, so that would be the monks. So again, this is what I love about how this plays out. The narrative, right? There could have been who in my past could have done this. Well, the prospector. The bandits that I robbed at the settlement camp, the monk that I the monastery in which I stole the antique. The bandit that I killed, well, nobody witnessed that, so I would assume that that bandit might have buddies that found the body, but how they would know it was me, or maybe the antiques dealer at the shop in that town. But either way, my character doesn't know, but somebody has sent these guys after me, so this is sweet. And again, my bounty was going up as these things went down, so I know any of those people could have sent this posse on my trail. An elite group has been formed to hunt you down, the West's most wanted criminals, starting with you. To determine the posse's starting hex, roll d4. Oh, this is too sweet. And I find this out after I moved, so I may roll. They may be way up here or something, but that's cool. 1. 0, 0. So they're actually going to be... They've just crossed this mountain range. They've just come into this mountain range, and I'm going to need to mark them. So luckily, I didn't roll 9, 18. So they have just crossed in from another... So maybe something I did in another state. It may have nothing to do... Literally, it may have nothing to do... So there they are. There's the posse. They just literally entered the corner up there. Okay, what's interesting... I thought I had another yellow piece here. That would be nice. It would fit on this map beautifully, but it's obviously not here. Okay, let's read this again now. Place a token on the hex. Did it. Up there at the top. Man, they're just coming over that mountain range from another state. So it's something I may have done in my past before I woke up with my epiphany here. Place a token on the hex. The posse remains in play for the rest of the game. The posse moves towards you 1 hex before you choose your daily action. Oh, that's so cool for the rest of the game. If at any point the posse shares a hex with you before you choose your daily action, you lose the game. Oh my god! So if they cross my path at some point, they just capture me. That's it. Only 1 elite posse can be on the map at a time. Alright, so there's an elite posse. Okay, they get to move toward me before I can take any action. Right? Okay, so they'll move. Boom. Right? And toward me, straight down or here. I'm not going to go straight down. We're going to try to get more to the middle so they have a chance of, cutting me off no matter where I go. If I go right down, I can just move further away. So I'm going to try to keep them triangulating as they work through the world. This is so damn cool. So I now have got an elite posse hunting me. So if I don't get my $300 before they catch me, I'm going to lose. This game is a foregone loss, right? Fascinating. Okay, I get to choose now. It's my action. Oh, actually, that was the day, right? I rolled the event. My action. Actually, I got off the stage. I had to roll that. So now I still have my action. I can move. And again, as I said, I'm going to be moving toward this little town. So I'm going to move 1, and then I have to roll an event. Anytime you move or whatever, you can roll an event. 34. 34 is E60. And again, I'm on the highest bounty, so these things are going to be more difficult, I'm sure. Or more related to my condition, which is the highest bounty. E60. High rivers. If you are on desert, go to E93. Whew, I'm in the desert, so no high rivers. E93, that's pretty sweet. So no high deserts in the no high rivers in the desert. So we go to E93. E93 says village. If you are not on a desert hex, go to... Okay, I am on a desert hex. You enter a Mexican village. Roll 1d6. Cool. 6. The village is all made up of revolutionaries. They ask for your help in freeing their leader from Raula's prison. Roll 1d4 to determine the hex of the prison. Oh, dude, this is sweet. 3. 3 is 1022. 1020. Thank God it's over here, not over there. If it was over here somewhere, I'd be, guys, I can't help you. That is too cool. I would not want to go toward that posse. 3. 1022. Okay, so here's 10. Oh, right there. It's right there. Sweet. Okay, so I need to mark that now too, right? That's the prison. 1022. The only thing I'm having trouble here with, folks, is this unwieldy book. So 1022 is the prison. And I'm going to put here a blue marker, a clear blue marker. So I've got to go to 1022 and help them if I choose to. Okay, let's take a look at that again, because that was pretty cool. 10. Hex leader is E under the points of interest. So right on this, my point of interest. So again, I don't get to actually help them free their leader until I go to that hex. And it says here, then use E203. E203. So it would take me 1, 2, 3, 4 days to get down there, but I've got to first heal up. There is no way. So I'm in a small Mexican village. They've asked me for their help. And I'm not going to decline it, obviously. So, but I don't have to go do it. But they don't know that. They've asked for me to help. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But there it is. That's a day. So that day's complete. I've traveled down. Well, it may have been longer than 1 day, but that's that turn. Okay, so now we assume to sleep here, etc. I can't heal because I have no way to heal. So the next morning, I mount up, ready to go. My action. Again, they get to move toward me before I move. That gives them a jump on me. If they were adjacent to me, they could catch me, game over, boom, they move here, and then I will move into the town. And again, we have to make a town check. So I'm entering town. I don't roll an encounter here, I roll a town check, so I'm entering a town. Towns are always in the rules section. Entering a town, we gotta roll to see what's open, and I'm hoping I can get an apothecary something to heal. 5. The saloon's open, the shops are open, the sheriff's office open, and the train station is open. And there's only a train station if near the tracks. There is not. So there is no train station here. There is a sheriff's office. There are shops or saloons. And I'm going to the shop because I want that healing. So I need 5. Come on, dang it. 4. Shoot. If you wish to rob the shop, no. If you wish to browse the shop, maybe. If you wish to meander around town. No, I'm going to try to browse the shop, hoping I can buy some botanicals or something to heal. So if I want to browse the shop, it's E114. Eventually you would memorize some of this stuff if you played this enough. And you can just flip around the book knowing exactly what's going on. So this is one of those games you think the fun would go out of as you learn the game, but it actually won't. You'll just get more efficient with it because the die rolls are going to dictate the fate of your game. Alright, let's roll a d6 and find out if they have anything to help my wounds. 5. You browse the valuable wares. You can purchase any number of the following items one time. A knife, a rifle, ooh, bombs, there it is. Each bomb can be used as one-time healing action. So I get 1d4 bombs. So I'm going to buy bombs, and I put them in my sheet. Wow. So I get to buy one of these. You can purchase any number of the following items once. Oh, so I could purchase all of these. So 8, 9, 10, that'd be 9. I could get a knife, which in melee, so what's good about that is if this ever calls for a fight that's in melee, I would have a better melee weapon. The rifle is a better weapon, and the bombs. So 8, 9, 10, see, I'm never going to get up to 300 if I do this, though. You purchase this item, recorded under your weapons. Okay, yep, so I'm going to buy a rifle, and that's going to give me a heart weapon. I am going to buy a knife. That gives me better than fists. Okay, and then I'm going to buy 1d4 bombs. Come on, give me 4. 2. Okay, so I got 2 bombs. And again, I'll be able to use one of these to heal immediately the next day. So that is sweet. Okay. Record the number of bombs you purchase under your equipment. All right. Each. Oh, wow. So I bought 2. So that's technically 8, 9, 10, 11. So $11 spent. 34 and 11. Now let's see here. So 34. That'd be 23. I'm down to 23. Man. But if I die, I don't get anywhere. So there you go. So I'm in this town. I've spent the day. I purchased. So that's it. There's my event. Done for the day. So the next morning, they get to move toward me. Again, as they're making their way. And I'm fiddling around. Okay, I'm going to spend the day in town and I'm going to heal. So I'm going to use one of my bombs to heal up. Let's double check healing. That's a rule in here for healing. Make sure I do this correctly. This action is allowed if you have a certain equipment, which I do. You remain in the same hex and spend time tending to your partner or your own injuries. E175. So let's go to E175. It's probably a roll to see how effective it is. You set up camp and spend most of the day tending to wounds. Remove the item from your equipment. Roll 1d10. So I did. I removed one bomb and roll 1d10. I have a feeling this is how effective it is. 8. Come on, baby. Heal 3 wounds. Roll on the event table. Sweet. So 1, 2. I'm back to no wounds. So that bomb was really effective. And I have to roll an event now. Oh, 100. Jiminy Christmas. E217. I have a feeling 100 is pretty epic. E217. 217. Grace period. You catch when the government is currently allowing people to visit any sheriff's office and pay a retribution fee to cleanse their criminal records. So I can go to Hex Any Town Reparation E107. So E17. So I have 2 now things. One is a prison, and one is going back to town, visit the sheriff. I'm in town, so I'm not going to have to leave town to do this. So let's go to E17. Actually, that's the day, correct? So they move toward me. Now, today, action is to see which shops are open. We know there's a sheriff's in here, but I have to roll to see if it's open. So again, this is part of the fun. The sheriff might be out on a bounty or something, right? So we got to roll again. We have to hope I roll. I got to hope I roll a 5 or a 6. No. So the sheriff's not in town. So that counts as my activity. Waiting around all day for the sheriff. He doesn't show. And again, that'll be another turn because I did my action. The event is the town, right? Unless it tells me to roll an event. I'm choosing not to. Well, actually, what did I roll? A 2? Let's see what's open because I could probably still do something. 2. 2 is saloon or train station. There is no train station here, so it's saloon. The only thing open is a saloon, and the saloon makes me nervous. I'm not one to go into the saloon. Let's see, where is saloon on here? Train station, town shop, saloon. Oh, saloon is going to be an event. Or I can choose to move on. So I think that's what I'll do. I haven't moved yet. I have waited for the sheriff. So I was already here. I healed, waited for the sheriff. So I'm going to call that a turn. They've moved toward me. Next morning, again, I guess I'll wait for the sheriff. Let's try the sheriff again. See what's open today. Maybe the sheriff arrives this morning. 3. No, he's not. Dang it. So 3 is saloon, shops, train station. All right, so we're going to check the shop. And I'm gonna go ahead and spend the day, go to the shop, and he moves before I do this. Now I wait for the shop to open. 6. Choose any roll result. Ooh, I get to pick one. Okay, this could be cool. I can get karma. I've already got it, so I'm full of my karma. I can't get any more. If you have a bounty suit, if your bounty suit is you attract attention. I don't want that, so you have to choose any. If there's a stagecoach, I can get on it. Shop, if I wish to shop. Pharmacy, I'm already healed up, so I don't need that. Choose any roll result. You know what? There's a stagecoach here, so I could take a stage to any spot on the map for $2. I could take a stage to the prison. I am fully healthy. I now have a rifle and a knife. I have a bomb. I might be ready to take on the prison. This is the best time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay the $2 and have the stage drop me off at the prison. So down $2 more, and the stage will deliver me to the prison. And now I need to read that one. That is 203. I have a feeling this won't be easy, breaking somebody out of prison. At Ruella's prison. You arrive near the prison where the revolution leader is being held captive. Roll d6. So I arrive from the stage, drops me off close by. There was a mole in the resistance. You were ambushed by a platoon of federales. Oh, E75. They tricked me. The sons of guns tricked me. This is why you don't want to trust revolutionaries. You just don't know what the hell they're thinking. Dang it. You are imprisoned if you are not in a desert hex. Okay, if you are on desert hex, roll d4 to determine the hex prison. So federales grabbed me. we already know where there's a prison. Why wouldn't I just use that prison? If you are not on it, I'm not. It has nothing to do with that. I'm on a desert hex. That's weird. So, oh, they're going to drag me to a different prison. Maybe that's what's happening here. 3. So there's just like it's just like boom. You are imprisoned. 3 is 1022. Oh, same place. Sweet. So they throw me right in Roala's prison. Okay, it says you try to escape. Attempt a hunch skill to escape. Oh, and it's hard. So I have to do the hunch skill at the highest level, it says. But fortunately, my hunch is still only a 2. I have to roll an 8 or better. No, 7. I have a +2, so I have to roll a 6 or better to pass. No, I fail. Oh man, so this is not good. 6. I'm doing a stint in prison. The guards become distracted, and it presents an opportunity to escape. Roll on the past results table. So I'm lucky me. I rolled a 6, so I still ended up with a chance as they got distracted. You escape with everything you had before you were in prison. A 6. Spirited horse, E234. All right, so my horse will take me 2 away. So all of this happens, right? Remember, that's all one event, so they didn't get to move until I move. Now I'm going to move. They get to move toward me, so they're now in the forest, and I'm riding my horse like hell. Boom, boom. And luckily, I kept everything. That is just amazing. Let's see what it says. E234 is my horse will take me to. So they move toward me. I rode the horse away for 2. We have to now roll an event. Man, this is pretty sweet. So I paid $2 to go down here. I got ambushed. Damn it. Oh, by the way, I must remove the prison. I have done that event. So now this action, I get to escape on my horse with all of my gear. So they must have left all of my gear where I could grab it. Maybe most of it packed on my horse. They had not yet distributed among their, you know these guys are corrupt. So they would have taken what they wanted, but they hadn't gotten time yet. So off on the run. Now I got to roll an event. 89. 89 says E177. This is pretty sweet. E177. E177. Oh, dang it, Jason. I will say this. It's I don't have the best setup here to use a book, but I prefer having books. Stranger on horseback. You can rob them or you can be friendly. I'm going to choose to be friendly. E172. I'm just not interested in getting into some melee that may not be of value. The stranger. You meet a stranger. Roll D10. Okay, he'll probably ambush me, which will be ironic. 10. He is a besooted elderly man. He falls off his horse in great pain. If you do not have healing balm, the elderly man bleeds out and dies. Loot suit. If you do have a healing item under your equipment, remove one of your choice. He is very grateful for your help. Okay, I have no choice. It says if I don't, he has to die. If I do, I have to remove it. Shoot. Well, there went one of my balms. Fortunately, I did buy 2. And now, though, he's going to be very grateful. Let's hope that's not just a handshake and a smile. Hopefully he tells me where there's buried treasure or something. He's grateful. Go to E19. E19. Let's see here. E19, jewelry. You find jewelry. You figured you could sell them in your town. Record this. Any town. E74. So I have jewelry. E074. Alright, so I can go sell this. So he basically gives me jewelry. Sweet. Jewels. E074. Alright, so I have jewels. So he basically says thank you and hands me a fist of jewels, probably stolen themselves. Somebody tried to rob him, shot him, I've saved him. So I can go to any town and sell these jewels. So that's it, right? We've had the move. They moved. I rode away on the horse from prison. 2, I've met an elderly man. That's the event for the day. That turns over. Next morning, they move toward me. And already you can see, if at this rate, for me to get 300 before they catch me, it's going to be one of these things where we're moving. And if that problem is I have to go back up to get to town. So I'm really in a bad way as they're winning the math war as I move toward town. So this This is crazy. I really have no choice. And they're an elite posse, so even if I pay down my bounty, that elite posse was sent from out of state somewhere. So they're coming for me from Arizona or Texas or something. Damn it. Well, I gotta keep moving away, but I'm gonna have to move diagonally. So we're on the tracks here. I already moved them, and now I have to roll an event. So you can see how tense this is gonna get. 21. 21 is E134. E134. Oh man, I should have just robbed a bank. I'm elite posse after me. I should have robbed a bank to get that. Uh-oh. Elite posse. You have provoked the wrong people. Okay, remember it says there can only be one elite posse on the board at a time. So, luckily for me, and this is why you don't want to be on the spade thing, because it's going to put that elite posse on the board because I'm so wanted. And it says here, it doesn't say that they ever leave. Now, maybe when I pay off my fee, because it does say that I can go and pay down. E17 is to pay the sheriff to pay off my bounty. That might remove them from the table, so I should have headed there. So there's my event. We know there's an account. So next morning, they continued riding in the direction they know they've heard of me. And I'm going to head toward town because maybe paying the sheriff would put an end to this. Boom. I still have to roll an event. Whoops. Still have to roll an event. 38. E239. Uh-oh. E239. Epidemic. If you are not in a town hex, E035. I'm not in a town, so E035. E35. There are numerous soldiers marching your way. You can approach them or try to hide. This is interesting. So it said if I'm not in E35, okay. If I'm not in the town hex, and I am not yet, okay, so soldiers, I can try to hide as they approach. If you decide to hide, attempt a finesse skill. So my finesse is 4 minus 2 on heart. So I got a plus 2 on heart. Hide is going to be, for me, it's going to be 4 plus. So I'm going to try to hide. 5 plus. So I hid successfully from them, and that's the turn, right? Remember, move, 1 encounter, right? And that's done. Now, next day, they're moving toward me, so they're back into the mountains as they're crossing into the mountains now. I'm moving 1 more toward the town. So now it's becoming this race to get my bounty lifted before they catch me. E091. E91. And it moves pretty quick once you got your book in hand. You come across a group of people dancing and singing around a large bonfire. Uh-oh. Occult. 3. They are performing some sort of pagan worship. You are seduced into joining in the ceremony. E124. I'm seduced. I wonder how. If you have a partner, I do not have a partner. Attempt a hunch skill. I don't have a partner, so I just go to attempt a hunch skill. Ooh, it's pretty tough. -1 on highest. Dang it. So I have to roll at least a 9. A 9 or a 10 is the only way I can pass this. No, I'm going to fail it. If you fail, roll d6 again. Man, this is pretty brutal. 1. You are sacrificed. I'm dead. That's it. Game over. Holy cow. So I run into some cult ritual. They seduced me. I failed. I'm too stupid. My hunch is only 2. I'm not smart enough to shake out of it. My partner here would have saved me from this probably. And I roll a 1 on the failed outcome. You are sacrificed. You are dead. Holy cow. What a scene. So this is one of those, this would have been the television show that they heard after 2 episodes. We're canceling it. Come up with a good way to make sure that this character, this TV show is never, ever brought back. Oh, what a way to go. So there it is. That's only episode 2. You have seen a complete adventure of my drifter. And what an adventure it was. And what a way for it to end. This is what happens. I've said this before. I say this all the time. If you live a life of violence, you will suffer a violent end. This is the example of that, right? At some point, I wake up with an epiphany. I got to change my life. Meanwhile, there's been violence and robbery and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And there you go, right? You live a life of violence, you'll suffer a violent end. And this drifter is now forever forgotten as some crazy cultists have sacrificed me to who knows what God or what reason. And there's the drifter, that's it. So it took me 2 videos to complete this game. Pretty sweet. Thank you for watching. This has been The Drifter by Ken Kennedy. It is a platinum seller on DriveThruRPG. Again, I bought it last February 2023. Only getting around to this in the last 24 hours. I had to wait and get these printed off. But wow, what a great game it is, and it was worth it. Thank you for watching. Good day.